Hi, and welcome to Cenario, your partner in mental wellness. Here on our channel, we share educational, insightful, and science-backed content to help you understand your mental health and take meaningful steps toward a more balanced life. If you're ready to learn, grow, and take control of your wellness journey, let's jump right in.
All right, let's jump right in. Thinking about buying magnesium but have no idea where to even start? Well, over the next few minutes, we are going to turn all that confusion into confidence. This is your definitive smart shopper's guide.
So you're thinking about buying some magnesium, right? You are definitely not alone. It is one of the most popular supplements out there, but wow, with so many options, it's easy to feel a little overwhelmed. Let's clear all that up.
Now, if you're like most of us, your first thought is probably, okay, simple, where can I buy it? And look, it seems like the most logical place to start, but as you're about to see, it's not actually the best one. And this is the secret right here. That question is actually the second one you should be asking. If you start with where, you're kind of missing the most important piece of the whole puzzle.
Okay, so let's get into it. The first and honestly the most critical question is this: which one is the right one for you? Answering this question first is what separates just a random purchase from a really smart, effective choice. And that is exactly what we're going to figure out.
So, what is all the buzz about? Why is practically everyone talking about magnesium lately? Let's take a closer look at why it's considered so essential for modern life. And when I say essential, I am not kidding. Just look at this number right here. 300 plus. Magnesium is a critical helper, a cofactor in over 300 different enzymatic reactions inside your body. It's involved in pretty much everything from creating energy to making sure your nerves are firing correctly. And this is why it's on so many people's radar. Just look at this list. We're talking about managing stress, trying to get a better night's sleep, dealing with muscle cramps, recovering from a workout faster. These are the real-world, everyday problems that lead people to look for a solution.
All right, now we're getting to the heart of it: choosing your magnesium type. The whole secret here is learning how to match the specific form of the mineral to your personal health goal.
Okay, but hold on. Before we even get into the different types, we've got to talk about this one key term, elemental magnesium. You see, a label might have a big number on the front, say 500 milligrams of magnesium citrate, but that's the weight of the whole compound. The amount of pure, usable magnesium your body actually gets is way lower. So the main takeaway here is always look for the elemental number on the label.
So here's a quick cheat sheet for the most common forms you'll see. For sleep and relaxation, magnesium glycinate is a fantastic choice. It's really gentle on your stomach. Then you have citrate, which is great for absorption and digestion. Just a heads up, it can get things moving, if you know what I mean. Oxide is your basic budget-friendly option, but your body doesn't absorb it quite as well. And finally, you have specialty forms like threonate and malate, which are really targeted for things like cognitive function and energy production.
Okay, so now that you have a better idea of which type you're looking for, we can finally ask that second question. Where do you actually buy it? And really, this all comes down to a trade-off between convenience, expertise, and price. Let's put these two head-to-head. On one hand, you have pharmacies. The massive advantage here is getting face-to-face advice from a pharmacist who can even check for potential drug interactions. On the other hand, you have online marketplaces with a huge selection and really competitive prices. The catch, of course, is that you've got to do your own homework to make sure the seller and the product are legit. All right, what about grabbing it at the supermarket versus going to a specialty health store? Well, supermarkets are all about convenience. You can just toss it in your cart with your groceries, but the selection is probably going to be pretty basic. Specialty stores are where you'll find those niche formulas and staff who really know their stuff, though you'll likely pay a little extra for that expertise. And then there's a really great option, especially if you know what you like, buying directly from the brand's own website. This is fantastic if you find a product you love and plan on sticking with it. You can usually find detailed lab reports, and they often offer subscriptions that give you a nice discount. So we have covered a ton of ground, the what and the where. Let's pull it all together into your very own smart buying checklist. Think of this as your simple game plan to make sure you make a confident purchase every single time. Here it is, your simple 4-step framework. Step 1, define your goal. Get really clear on why you're taking it. Step 2, choose your form. Pick the type that best matches that goal. Step 3, select your store. Decide what matters most to you: advice, price, or convenience. And finally, step 4, and don't you forget it,
verify the label. Check for that all-important elemental dose and see if there's a third-party testing seal.
Okay, but we're not done just yet. We need to talk about one last thing, and it's maybe the most important of all: safety and dosing. Knowing how to use this stuff effectively and safely is absolutely key. If you remember just one thing from this whole section, let it be this. It's the golden rule of starting almost any new supplement. Start low and go slow. This simple phrase is your best friend. It lets your body adjust and helps you avoid any potential side effects. So what does low actually look like in practice? Well, a really common and sensible place to start is somewhere between 100 and 200 milligrams of, you guessed it, elemental magnesium per day. See, I told you that term was important. And this is so important. While magnesium is safe for most people, talking to a pro is completely non-negotiable if any of these apply to you. I'm talking about things like kidney issues, or if you take certain medications like some antibiotics or diuretics, or if you're managing any other health conditions. Seriously, please, talk to your doctor first. And that really brings us full circle. You now have the framework, you have the knowledge, you have the checklist to make a truly smart decision. So the only question left is the one you are now fully equipped to answer. Which magnesium is the right tool for your job?
Thank you for watching Cenario. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. For personalized mental wellness supplements, visit Cenario.com.